Hi. Sorry, my live died. Sorry about that. My internet's a second. It just cuts off every now and then. It's dropping. It's not consistent. So it drops and it's back. We've got a lot of energies going on between now on the planet. So it's in and out. I do apologize. Someone was asking me and I was trying to answer their question. I don't know if they'll come back or not. Hi, how are you? I don't know if they're going to come back or not because the internet just died on me. Unfortunately, sorry about that. Let's hope it behaves itself now and stays quickly. See if I can answer those questions and I can upload the last one. And I can't remember what she was asking me now. Oh, can't remember. I was just explaining the love thing, yeah. Oh, lovely. Yeah, yesterday, I know. When we get used to standing in our true light and our true power and our true divinity and not try and hide from it, when we get comfortable with being back who we are, take some adjustment. You'll get there. Slowly as you get used to it. Get used to it, practice it, do that, and you will. And it's such a lovely feeling because in that insecurity, all that nonsense falls away, you see. When you fully accept who you are, you also have the power then because you're not going to be there. See, you've got to admit and accept I manifest. I'm the manifester. I'm the attractor. You create your reality. You've got to actually cognize it and accept it before you can consciously create. And then you also realize, okay, you've put lots of shit in your vortex, probably, But remember, everything you do from now on too, you might have done away with your karma, but whatever you do now, put out. Even if you think nasty thoughts, they come back to us, huh? So if you have cognized, we can't say, oh yes, I accept and I totally believe I create my own reality and I manifest it, so watch my thoughts and the path I'm on, and everyone knows, If you do that, you also know that the negative you've got to own up for, like, oh shit, okay, I was out of alignment for a while, I've dropped into a bit of a, yeah. But as Esther says, we will be every now and then, because this is our soul wants evolution. So if you just cruise along like this and you get in this little mode where nothing ever changes, and that's it. You're probably going to leave the planet shortly then, because your soul is not evolving. If you don't want change and you won't move, you normally will exit the planet, because your soul is not going to get anything. There's no point you carrying on playing this game for this life if you're not willing to move or evolve or change. You see. So your soul will bring new things or change your life or whatever, So it can experience. So yes, we're not always going to stay there because how are we going to ask? Okay, now so then we get bored. So otherwise you'll get bored then. So then what does it do? It has a purpose because guess what? I want. Now it makes you think of something else you want. You see, because you're a creator. There we are. And you'll know if the thoughts are coming from yourself or your higher or they've been given to you like a purpose. So if you sit in meditation, you know very well when you're given something and it did not come from you because you weren't even thinking about it, you didn't think of it, and next minute, I'm busy with now, wow, such an amazing project that came to me. We're busy manifesting. That came to me in a meditation, I don't know, a while ago now. Then you need to start following Abraham Hicks and listening to it every day until you eventually cognize it. Then you'll see why you're doing wrong. Okay, your patterns, your thoughts, your words. You can find so much of her work on YouTube. You just type in Abraham Hicks. So many people share her stuff. And once you start listening to it and you ask for guidance, seek and ask for guidance. You ask, and if you really intend and you're looking for it, they will give you. You will find the right videos, the answers you need will be given to you. Ask for guidance. Ask, be specific. What do you want help with, guidance with? Show me, what am I doing wrong? Why am I doing this? It's a pattern of thought. It's law of attraction. You're doing it. You're going to figure out what you're doing, you see. And that will give you a lot. Okay, so start religiously, make it your thing to listen to and follow. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Food especially. Well, look, some of the stuff, you manifested in your life, physical problems. If you were out of alignment for a long time ago, as they say, when we're out of alignment, that's when you start having pain, and then it'll become illness, and then it becomes disease. Take note. That lump I have here, that cyst, it's harmless, but anyway, that was manifested because I was out of alignment for that long, and you're seeking, you're asking and asking, but you're so out of alignment, you're not allowing it in. You're not in the receiving mode, so it builds up such resistance. It causes problems, yeah. And we got recalibration. So once you start consciously ask for this journey, you consciously ask to ascend, you consciously ask and intend, ask Spirit, Source, God, whatever you want to say, please, help me, I want to ascend, to help me, or whatever. You want to go up, you want to ascendify, whatever, whatever you believe and think, right? And this is your soul, the energy in your body. This is why you're getting the physical. This is your soul. Your inner being, they call, is the actual energy, the essence of who you are. That's conscious. That's how you can talk to your body, and your body listens to you. That's how you get sick, and you can also tell yourself whatever. Anyway, you'll get there if you go and follow. As you learn, you look. Joe Dispenza, Dr. Bruce Lipton, Dr. Joe Dispenza, Abraham Hicks. Just keep going, and more. Whatever you're seeking the answers for, ask, and then you will be guided to those. Answers. Simple. But you start this process, and once you've given intent for them to upgrade your DNA, you start this ascension process, which is going up into higher dimensions, whatever else, it starts. There's no stopping it once it starts. And then you understand this is why we're going through this, and your diet will change. And depending on us, we're all different. There's not going to be one diet fits all, because you as a being have had many lives and many patterns, of eating or this way, whatever suits you, who knows. You see. So, I have, yeah. Lots of changes well. And now I'm like, what the hell can I eat? I'm like just thinking, what else is there left soon? Air. Sorry. But you consciously, because I used to when you eat your food, you bless your food. So like the water, you say, thanks for the one, you can send energy into the water. Because water just has memory, so you send healing, you send love into the water. Get a glass jar. Put your water in a glass jar. I do it in the fridge. And then I put in cucumber and mint in sometimes because it flavors it. It's so nice and refreshing. So I keep water in the fridge in a lovely glass jar, and you can send energy into it, and you put cucumber and mint in it. Or I put lime, a slice of lime and rosemary. Ooh. And when I want to drink, I put it out and let it stand there. Oh, it's so lovely. But you can do that with the food, the same thing. So I used to say thanks to my food. But then once you start your ascension process, you get your abilities back, your third eye, your psychic, you start this activation story, and then you start seeing the beings you're eating. And I was like, so now you start thanking the chicken for its life, okay, thank you for their life, thank you for that you gave your life to me. You see the pig, you see that, and then you're like, no, and eventually one day I actually almost threw up because I could taste. It was this, I'm not going to give you the unpleasant visualization and taste I had in my mouth. And I was having a pie, I spat it out, and I was like, I couldn't touch it. So then there went meat. So meat went out, right? And then it was, what was it? Okay, dairy. So dairy became a problem, no dairy. But that was me because I had an issue with it a while ago, intolerance to it. That it built up. So there's dairy, then goes meat, then goes coffee. Now it's fruit. I'm not, what can I eat? So funny. Anyway, so now I'm waiting to see. I'm busy with it because some more upgrades and changes are gone on. And now I'm like, oh, you're kidding me. What am I going to be eating? Soon it's going to be air, I think. I'm just going to have to start pulling in the energy and forget about the food, because the food part is getting limited there. Very, very limited. I'm like, that's not, no, it doesn't. So my digestive system doesn't seem to, it's nope, it's won't digest that now, I won't have that, it won't have this. I'm like, ew. So it's getting very limiting, It's, let's see. Anyway, I'm working on that. It's, challenging. It becomes challenging because then I just ask, okay, well then show me then new ideas of what I can eat, please. At the moment, yeah. Anyway. But that's also me, because I went out of alignment for a bit. As that girl was saying early on, you know when you pulled, and I was pulled because I hadn't done the past life overlays. I hadn't cleared them. What else was it? I talked about it on my YouTube page. I made a video to clear your past life overlays, drop the karmic thing. So you're being drawn. So these karmic, an agreement you had, you see. So I got drawn off because you've got these traits, you've got these habits and things. Now you've got to figure them out and overcome them. Your soul's not going to tell you, oh no, don't go down that one. That's a, that's a lesson, because you've got to figure out the lesson. So again, I was like, oh, and I knew it. I mean, this synchronicities, everything was there. So I knew I was guided. I was meant to go there. I had no doubt. So off I went, but then also I went out of alignment. And, doing your thing and being in alignment, whatever else. So I manifested physical issues. I was like, And that's because I went off and I went out of alignment. When you're on this process, the priority in your life is meant to be your higher self and source. You've got to make them your priority. Above all. So if you make source and your inner being or your higher self, whatever, your priority, then your boyfriend, your husband, your relationship, your this or that, the cat, the dog, the money, whatever, you're good. When you don't, it can come back and bite you. When you get a bit sidetracked, you think, oh, hello, boof. So yeah, which is, anyway, for me, and I suppose, yeah, I must have had, obviously, an agreement to do all this and wake up, wow. And then, as I say, I was shown something now, which I'm busy with. I was shown something to do before I leave the planet. It was an amazing thing, came to a meditation. I was like, wow, what an amazing project to do. So I'm like, oh, so happy with what I was shown. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to love this. I'm going to love every minute of this. And it's becoming more, they're showing me more. So they've got a plan from here for me to do something on the planet before I leave, to help with the ascension of humanity. So it's more like development projects. Yeah, but for the new earth. So it's laying like ground, it's laying the tools to help assist people to make that jump, the ones that need to move up. There's so many people. Anyway, so I'm getting visions of things and designs and ideas, and wow, I'm like, wow, amazing. I mean, big projects, but it's not unusual to me. That I love that sort of thing, and I'm very good at that. So I was shown these things, and I'm like, I'm so excited, and these visions are coming to me, and then but now it's getting more into detail. So I don't know when we're going to start this thing, but wow, it's for the new earth. So basically, it's laying foundations down for the next 100 years. To move humanity into this is where we're going. So I'll be talking to architects and property developers and all kinds of people. Well, this will involve a lot. And the ideas are flowing. Wow. But I'm not worried, because the guidance. Stay tuned in, and then you'll be guided where to build these things. And Excuse me, well, good wind. So yeah, let's wait and see what happens. Wow, I'm just so excited. I mean, for me, that's just like, yay. Wow, I will enjoy that, because I love that sort of thing. I love construction, big time. I've always liked working on construction projects. My parents actually had when I first, long time ago. So that, and then the architecture, the design, the contract, all that sort of stuff I've had to, which is so funny. Your soul knows, isn't it interesting? In your life, you've done all these kind of things, and what I'm doing now. So everything is like, this is what I'm saying. You probably had these agreements, or source knows, right? Everything I've lived and done is led up to this thing, what they're showing me is like perfect. I've got experience in contracts. I've got experience in logistics. I've got experience in the construction. The legal, the everything, and then the spiritual thing, being tapped in, what's needed, the raising of the consciousness and the light, and so being tapped in and letting them guide. obviously I agreed, and I'm like, and it's just mind-blowing. I think, oh my gosh, wow, what a fantastic big job, big project. But I mean, it is so, what a gift just to be able to be the person to do it. I couldn't think of anything more exciting, more I'd enjoy, more, I mean, you know what I mean, than working with Source and Things for this, for humanity. It's for the community. It's for the community. So this is for humanity and the community, for people to also to take examples and build more of them. So other people. So it's putting like sitting down the roadmap for the future. I know, if you could see what I've been shown, oh my gosh, and the ideas that came to me, you know, and I was like, yes. And I have such a passion for this as well. It's what I enjoy, what I'm good at, my strengths. Besides that, business-wise, I'm no kick around, I was no fool, and no little, you know, yeah. So you got all that, and then you've got the spiritual, and you've got the tapped in. You've got the what I experienced, went through. So you know, so you've got that compassion to want to help others that need it. That they're going to find this transition the hardest. The ones with the most trauma in the darkest, densest situation are going to find it the hardest. They need a bridge. So this is, in a way, I'm going to put out there bridges for people to be, you've got to start. So for the next 100 years, I can see this is going to be very useful, and it's so needed. Such big change. So it's giving back to the community. Yeah. Anyway, it's as much as I'm going to say. Yeah, oh wow, it is so fantastic. It's so awesome. But the main thing is it's accessible to all. Those that need it the most. Those are in poverty. Those are in dark, dense, you know, the poor that can't afford, whatever it is. It is there for all. For the greatest good for all that must have access to this. You see? So now, of course, and now I'm starting, my brain's going, okay, how are we going to afford that? And I'm going to pay for that? Okay, da. But I'm not worried because I know the information comes as I need it. Which it is. So then I'm not worried. I know it. The right people will be put in my way, the right builders, the right team, the right whoever wants to work, the right everything. Because as the information comes, more, you know, it comes. Okay. And the right people to participate in this will come too. You know that. It wasn't my idea as well. Then you know this idea comes from Source. This idea was plonked on me like boink, and I was like, oh my Lord, this is fantastic. In a meditation, I was shown this, and I was like, oh, thank you, such a blessing. I mean, it was such a privilege for me to be able to give back. And these are all things I wanted. I wanted to do NGO work. I did it before, but it's different. So you wanted to do charity work. You incorporating all those, and then man, it's just too awesome. It's too awesome for me. So everything, and your understanding, because you've been through it, your compassion, you've got the major funds. This is major money. These aren't small projects. These are big projects. So, you know, like you look at the high streets, all the high streets are dying. Yeah, this is kind of thing. It'll replace the shops and things in communities and things. Yeah. This is the new, not the new normal, but yeah, this is how humanity, where we're going, literally, how things will change. So this is facilities for the change, and for the people and the youth and whatever, yeah. Everybody. Yeah, there we are. Think of it as like a bridge into a higher dimension, higher consciousness. We're going to have to be able to help those that are in a very dark space to be able to make that leap. And it's a leap, huh? So they need lots of help. Anyway, I've seen lots of things. Woo! And I'm like loving. And then you know what I love about the most exciting thing is the design that's coming. So like the architecture that they're showing me is also like, wow, so cool. And they're giving you the ideas because it all plays in. You see, remember, healing, frequency, sound, you know, resonance, da. So I'm getting the ideas of, I can see like this big In some countries, let me say, not a shopping mall, but like a center. You're seeing this center, building this center. And I can visualize this whole center, but it's nothing like you've seen before. And what will have into it. Wonderful. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, lovely, man. Do it. Yeah, well, this will incorporate all kinds of things like that. This is going to incorporate, it's like a one-stop shop, right, for the new earth. So it will incorporate everything. So you coming there, a kid, a granny, a this and that, anybody and everybody, everything is there for you. Okay. All the help and assistance you will need will be under this roof. One center. It is so freaking awesome. I'm so enthusiastic about it. Yeah. Wow. Oh, big time. Big time. Big time. I mean, everything you could possibly need is in there. And it also people get used to it. So it's also going to be have access to older, so it'll help people from all ages. Yeah. Oh. Anyway, there we are. My heart was so full of joy when I was shown this. I was in such thanks and appreciation. I was like, it was like the best present anyone ever gave me when I was given this vision. I was like, oh my gosh, this is like a dream come true for me. Because I know, and then when I leave the planet, I will get the pleasure of seeing, because when I'm in the non-physical, I was talking to Source about this last night. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be so happy, because what's going to give me so much joy is when I leave this earth, I will be able to see then all the lives it will help over the next 100 years. Think about it, probably 100 years, and then it will be outdated. But all those 50 years, who knows, I don't know. But all those people, souls that would have benefited from these places. I want to do more than one center, and I think many people will copy it. And it puts up many. This will go up around the world. Many people will follow this thing. But I will get they will. But I will get the privilege when I leave the planet to be able to see all that good and all the help it will, do to, who knows? I don't know how many people. I'll know when I'm on that side. And that will be well, it's only if Source, we all, you see, because we all one. That's what I'm saying. This is the fun part of it. Source is all us, all our consciousnesses. So we all going to, how many souls or how many beings, okay, in the game are going to benefit from this, and all their higher selves, all part of Source. So we all benefit from this expansion, because all those people that will be lifted up form an expansion in the whole of Source and the universe and the consciousness and energy, right? Because they're going from that dark now into a higher. So everyone, the universe, everything, everyone benefits from this expansion. So the more we lift up, the more Source is happy, Source is ecstatic, all of us, all our higher selves and everybody. See, it's all, we all connected. There's no way there's only this and only that one, no. You see? So for me, I was like, I'm just glad that I'm the vessel. I'm like thankful. Thank you for choosing me to do this. Or I'm open to do it, whatever. I'll be so happy, so proud. It's such a, I'll be so proud. I'll leave you with such peace and pride. And then when I've transitioned, I'll be able to see all the good it will do. We can all revel in it. We'll all be, anyway, you're in Source, you revel, everything's good anyway. All right, lovely people. Yeah, you do this, follow those things. Yeah, I know. Exactly, I know, this is what I'm saying. This is why people get upset when the new normal. They're saying, you'll have nothing but be happy. People saying, they want to take all things they want to. This is communism. This is the ego. It's got nothing to do with that. They know, and everybody on the planet knows this was going to happen. And they're well aware, because a lot of them are ahead of us. They knew this was going to happen. They're just trying to mitigate the the dark night of the soul and the shadow, the ego's death gets very nasty and very, ugly out there. But this part, everybody knew was going to happen. They knew you were going to feel like this because they've, got the heads up before. They knew this is part of the transition. Look at the yogis. They run around happily, sitting in snow for 2 years. You're so happy. You're content with your life. This need, this want is not there anymore. That's the hollow. That's the soul. That's the ego because it's not attached to the soul. So it just wants. It thinks material things can make it happy. Oh, I need another Rolls Royce, and I wanted this, and I wanted that. Want. It's what they call the hungry ghost. Never satisfied. You can't satisfy it because it's not in alignment. It's looking for something in the wrong places. It's looking for its soul. Once you've got your connection again to your inner being or your soul or source, as they say, it's the best. No drug, nothing can touch it. No man, no relationship, no love, human love, no amount of money can touch that. That's a peace and love that transcends all. All right, lovely people. We did a healing, but I'm going to upload it. We did a healing, and it's a timeless healing for anybody whenever they want or need it. And I'll upload that to my YouTube channel. So I was on to do a healing, and then I was just catching up after the healing, talking, just chatting. And then I was cut off, so I started live again. So there's 2 lives. So the first one, the healing, is going to go up to YouTube. I had to reconnect again because I got dropped off again, even during the healing. The internet's dropping off and then coming on, it keeps dropping. But we're talking about source. Yeah, so there's a healing there for anybody needing it, whether it's physical, grief, emotional, whatever issues they have. The healing is there, and if you follow it and listen what you were told, and you will receive your healing. All right. But you've got to intend, you've got to absolutely allow it in. And those that don't believe or have a bit of doubt, well, that doesn't work. It's got to have, you have to have permission and you have to accept it. Yeah, that's it. So, 2 things you've got to do. Give permission and absolutely accept it. And it is done, given to you. You're welcome. It should be up. I'm trying to think when. Because I can check. It's, especially with my internet. Let's see how fast it is. I've got to download it from TikTok and then I've got to upload it to YouTube. If it isn't on tonight, it will be on tomorrow, okay? I won't be on tomorrow because I'm going to spend the day with my older daughter. I haven't seen her for a while. She's been busy. So she wants to spend the day with me tomorrow. So I will be with my older daughter tomorrow. So I won't be on live tomorrow. I was actually going to do, there's a lovely lady I'll be doing a live with. Some light language coming up. She's really lovely. She's got lovely energy. Beautiful soul. So she'll be joining me on one of my lives, but because of the time difference, I'm not sure. Sunday would have been good for her, but my daughter wants to spend time with me, and I haven't. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm good, thank you very much. How are you? Very good, thank you. Very good. Always. All's good, my soul's very, very happy. My inner being is extremely happy, and I'm extremely happy, and whatever. If you're in that thing, you don't mind, whatever, you're just happy. Doesn't matter, you're happy, as I say. Whatever comes and goes, you're happy, no matter what. Are you lovely? I never got to Gambia. I've been to many places in Africa. I worked there, and I was actually one of the countries I would have loved to have gone to work in. But nothing came up that way back then. Oh, you've got some very, unique animals there I wanted to go and see. That's my greatest joy. Nature. So yeah, lovely country. I heard so many good things. I never managed to get there. I've been to so many countries, but I didn't get to Gambia. We all are, my friend. We're family more than friends. You'll get there. All right, lovely people. Enjoy your evening. I'm going to go now. I want to get organized for tomorrow. As I say, I'm going out with my daughter tomorrow. I need to get organized for that. I need to get up in the morning, get ready. Thank you. You can do anything. Exactly. You can. That's what I'm saying. Keep going on the path, on this ascension path, and keep asking for the guidance, asking for the help. If you really ask, and if you want intent, like you really want something, your desire is strong, you'll get it very quickly. Okay, you will get it. But no matter what you're wanting to know, I wanted to know what happens, all kinds of things. I went up the tunnel of light. I saw what happens when you're born. We need to change how people birth in this planet. Ooh, people don't realize how terrible it is. People think death is bad for a soul. Being born is worse. Babies, what they go through is terrible. It's flippin' freezing. They pop out. So don't have, anyway, there's another video we'll do about natural birth. Please don't have babies in hospitals. It's when they come out, it's freezing cold. So they come out of this nice warm womb they've been in this water. They pop out, it's freezing cold. Take note, they don't exactly warm theatres. So as a baby, go and do it yourself. You come out, it's shit cold. It's bright light, so you come out, it's a big shock to your system. Because you pop out through the birth canal, and then next minute, wow, there's bright light, noise, it's overwhelming. Too much noise, too much light, and flippin' freezing cold. Go and have without drugs, go and have a natural birth. It'll be painless. It's nonsense, it's pain, drugs and all nonsense. Go and have a natural birth and go and do it in those warm pools of warm water, please. And have some very calming, soothing, like meditation sounds and music. So when the baby comes out, it comes out into warm water, and it can lie in your chest in the bath, and it's warm, and it's quiet, there's no big shock and lights and noise, and So you want to experience anything you truly seek to see, you can go up the tunnel of light, you can go back, see what it's like being out of your body, dying and looking down, and you know what I mean, what it's the death process and whatever. That intent and that knowledge, or that what you're wanting, these things, whatever you're wanting to know from spirit, ask and you will get that experience, and you'll be like, wow, you'll have fun. Raise your frequency and vibration. This is what I'm teaching as well, because that helps you, because the higher you raise your frequency and vibration by doing all the things I've been talking about in my videos, the last 10 of them, will help you to access higher dimensions, much more. Okay, but that's also a process, because we don't get there just like that. We have to clean ourselves up. So we got to start with forgiveness when you first wake up. Forgive anybody and everybody. Tell them you forgive them and ask for their forgiveness. And then we start releasing. Then we start, let's checking about anger, hate, this, that, letting all those things go. All right, I'm tired. Good night, people, for me. Good afternoon or morning, wherever you are. Have an awesome time. Glad you managed to join. Love you lots. Bye.